Assalamualaikum and hello, respected lecturers, classmates, and anyone tuning in. My name is Mohammed Shazwan, and today I'll be sharing a personal and professional journey that became one of the most memorable chapters of my life. My internship experience at One Chinoy Studios Sudan Berhad. Before I begin, I want to thank a few important people. Firstly, to Pramira Hassan, my lecture supervisor. Thank you for guiding me throughout this entire internship journey. And to my supervisor and also boss, J. Irwan Abdugani, I want to thank you for treating me like your own, not just as an intern. You were actually like a father figure to me, patiently teaching me, sharing your 20 years of industry experience without holding back. And next to Martin, the production manager, I want to thank you for showing me how things are done properly and professionally, always guiding like a big brother. And lastly, to Izzat Daniel, my friend and classmate, I want to thank you for standing by me from start to finish. We were in the same boat and you were the one who recommended me to the company in the first place. Initially, I was nervous before starting this internship because of the stories you hear, like interns getting bullied or just being coffee runners. But what I got was something completely different, something amazing. And without these people, I wouldn't have grown as much as I did. Moving on, for company background, One Chinoy Studios is a creative media company located in Bandar Seri Permaisuri, Kuala Lumpur. Originally founded in 2005 as One Chinoy Studio, focusing only on design and advertising, but later rebranded in 2012. And uniquely, run by just one permanent staff, the boss himself, Shazwan. Despite its size, it collaborates with both local and international clients on powerful visual projects like documentaries, branding, videos, and advertising. For department placement, because the company is small, I wasn't placed in any fixed or permanent department. Instead, I was given the opportunity to experience all areas from sales and marketing to pre-production, production, and post-production. I was given real responsibilities, trusted with actual work, and treated as part of the core team, not just as an intern. It was really tiring, actually tiring, but truly rewarding. During pre-production, my thoughts and contributions are I was involved in sales and marketing, where I pitched and promoted collaboration packages to IVF clinics and doctors across Malaysia. I also assisted with client communications, following up with doctors and guests, collecting their information and arranging accommodations and flights. I helped in planning for production day, including schedules and logistics. At the same time, I had to continue attending meetings to secure clinics that hadn't confirmed their shoot dates yet, specifically for segment 3, the lab and clinical showcase. This was multitasking at speed, switching between marketing and production planning constantly. Moving on to production day, I was trusted with the role of floor manager for the documentary talk show titled Science, Struggle, Success, IVF Stories. I had to coordinate the crew, set, and talents, keeping everything running so smoothly. And there was one particular day I'll never forget. We were expected to wrap up by 10 or 11 p.m., but with proper coordination and time management on the spot, I managed to help organize, and it ends around 5 p.m. Both the producer of One Chinoy's Internship One and the CEO of the IVF lab, Puan Nisa, our main collaborator, personally praised me for that, especially because it was during Ramadan. So people involved can enjoy the food provided with more ease, like without tension, knowing there's still work after dinner. And moving on to post production. After production, I moved into offline editing for IVF stories. I used Adobe Premiere Pro, and one highlight was when I showed my boss my editing timeline. I had found a faster and simpler way to edit multi-camera sequences, which helped speed up the entire post-production workflow. So he really appreciated that. I also learned to use Adobe Media Encoder to create proxy files, which is something new for me actually, that made handling large files video much easier. There were nights where I stayed up editing just to make sure things were right. And honestly, I didn't mind because I cared about the project and I wanted to give it my best. Other experiences, we were actually involved with Kagumi and Grow Machinery because my boss, J1, is also their sales and marketing team. So later in my internship, I was given a new challenge to direct, create, and edit a product marketing video promoting mini excavator for Kagumi Agro Machinery. So especially for their TikTok content. This was a fun and thrilling and exciting experience. I used CapCut to edit videos and learn how to shape content for a particular targeted audience. We traveled, stayed overnight, and worked closely together. It was a meaningful project to me. That moment meant a lot to me. It was a reminder that hard work, calmness under pressure, and teamwork really do pays off. Moving on to equipment and software I use. So here are the tools and software that I use during my internship. So for the tools, firstly we use Sony FX30, which is cinema graded. This is what we use to shoot during the studio session at Ho Ah Lok Studio at Finas. And next we have DJI Pocket Osmo. This is what we use to take videos for content creation at Kagumi Agro Machinery. And then we have WhatsApp, which I use to contact the clients, guests, patients, and doctors. We also have Google Sheets where I put all the data collected to organize it. Next, we have Zoom and Google Meet, which I use for online meeting, discussing about the collaborating packages during I was doing sales marketing with the clients and the clinics. And as for Adobe Premiere Pro, it is what I use to edit, and also Media Encoder, what I use to edit for the IVF stories for the offline editing. Next, we go to CapCut. CapCut is what I personally use for content creation video for Kagumi Agro Machinery. And lastly, we have Canva. That is also what I use to brighten up with images for my videos for Kagumi Agro Machinery. So each of these tools help me grow technically and creatively, preparing me for real-world production and challenges. Despite the pressure and workload, the environment at 1G Noise was one of the best I've ever experienced. We often ate together, traveled together, hung out, and even had karaoke sessions. The bonds we formed made everything more enjoyable and helped me push towards the tough days. It felt like being part of a family, not just a company. As for reflection, this internship was more than just work experience. It was personal growth because I went in scared, unsure, and anxious. But I came out with new skills, industry knowledge, and most importantly, confidence. It helped me evolve, helped me believe in myself, and reminded me why I chose this path. I even got to meet Mr. Adilan Azmi, a legendary film editor who won the Profima Award for Best Editor for Sembunyi Amukan Azazil. He also worked on series like Juvana, which I grew up watching actually, and the latest one is One Sentif. That moment felt surreal. A reminder that I'm now part of this industry I once admired from afar. For future students, I highly recommend interning at One Chino Studios. It may be a small company, but the experience is huge. You'll be involved with everything. Learn directly from experienced professionals and grow in ways that bigger, more structured environments may not allow. If you're passionate and ready to work, this is the place for you. To conclude, my internship at One Chino Studios was a core memory, something that will stay with me for life. I learned more than I expected, worked harder than I thought, and came out better than I was before. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who was part of this journey. Assalamualaikum, and thank you for listening.